Hi, this is Rebecca with the Parent Teacher Bridge, and today we're going to be talking about some ideas that you can use to encourage your young child to write. These are ideas that I've used not only for my own child, but for my classes as well. And so the first thing you want to do to encourage writing in your child is to have pencil and paper available, even crayons and markers, because sometimes children won't be that excited about writing with a pencil, but they will be excited about drawing or writing with something in color. You can keep notebooks in your diaper bag if you're traveling somewhere, or your purse and you're at a waiting room, or you're in a restaurant, and encourage your child to draw and write. Sometimes that's drawing a picture and you're writing the word to say what it is. If you do that enough, your child's going to pick up on that and start doing that themselves. So the second tip I want to encourage you to do is not expect perfection. You're going to praise them for their efforts. And I have a few examples here of what I'm talking about. One of the first words my son learned to write, you can tell this page was very much doodled on by both him and someone else, but he wrote the word hair. He does not have it spelled correctly, but he does have most of the sounds in the words hair. So I'm not going to tell him at that point that he's misspelled it. I'm going to be glad that he's got it. He's even got the words in the right order. You won't always see that. Sometimes the letters are scattered. Don't be afraid to ask your child what something says. You might think you know, but you would be mistaken. Here's an example of that. This word looks like it says me right at first, but I dated it and I asked him what it says, asked him to read it for me, and he says it said mommy. So that wasn't a keeper. I was definitely going to keep that one and date it, but he's got most of the sounds in the word mommy. He doesn't know yet that the Y says the E sound. That's okay. He's putting an E there. He's putting what he does know. A few months later, he started drawing pictures and then labeling them. Why? Because that's what I had modeled for him. Here he has the picture of a monster truck. He spelled it. He's got most of the letters. That's a good sign. For truck, he does not have a T. He has a CH. That's okay. I know that I can correct that over time as I'm reading books with him, and I point out words like truck or train that do start with the TR. So again, you're not expecting perfection. You want to praise them for their progress, put it on your refrigerator, brag about it. And when they get to a point where they're writing more often, or maybe writing sentences, and you want to keep it bound together, a good idea is to purchase one of these. This is a primary journal that the top half of the page is where they can draw their picture. The bottom half of the page, they can write about it. So I'm going to share with you this journal that lasted us about 1 year. It's not perfect. We had days that we skipped, but I would have a quiet time where he would sit down and write about something. So I'll show you just a few examples. And also I want to say that you can create some inspiration for your child to write. They can write about their favorite things. This is an example of that. My son really liked trains. And so in the beginning, he didn't write very much, but he was writing neatly. He was staying in the line, so that's something I could compliment him on. He says, number 1, Emily Train, misspelled. Number 2, Track Master, misspelled as well. And number 3, Spencer. But he is using most of the sounds that he hears. That's okay. And I can compliment him also on the picture that it's a lot of detail in there. Another thing you can encourage your child to write about would be maybe they had a special day and they want to write about what they did that day. This is an example here. Yesterday I saw my friend Christian. This first sentence is written more neatly than the others because he needed a little bit of help getting started that day. So I wrote the first sentence for him. Once I did that, it got his brain in the right mode and he finished the rest. We went to the library to see Christian. Then we went to Sonic. It rained and rained. I had M&M flavored ice cream with an exclamation point. So that was a special day for him he decided to write about. They can also write about things that they've been learning in class. Here's a picture where he wrote about seeds and starting out as a seed and becoming a seedling and eventually a tree. I love it when he adds color, so I'm going to compliment him on that. So you can see the progression. Now he's writing a lot more. And sometimes that may be your only goal, is you just want your child to be excited about writing. You want your child maybe to learn to write more sentences. That's okay. If you're looking for ideas on how to exactly improve their writing, you can check out my links below. I have some example rubrics, which are basically checklists of what you can look for. What you're looking for in a 5-year-old is going to be different than what you're looking for in a 7-year-old's writing. So check out those rubrics, but one simple idea you can start with is giving your child 2 stars and a wish. So you tell them 2 very good things that they did and compliment them, build their confidence to make them want to write more. And the last thing is a wish. So that's a gentle way of critiquing them and saying something that you wish they would have done. Like, I wish you would have spaced between your words better, or I wish you would have told me more about that dog and what he was doing at the park. So hopefully those ideas are something you can take home with you and enjoy, and that will work for your child. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below. I would love to hear from you. Check out our website, theparentteacherbridge.com, and like us on Facebook and Instagram. Remember, parents, you are your child's most influential teacher.